Welcome to the Eskimo experience. Battery level 120%, firing mode, frosty.
Dr. James checking in for the Eski couch. I've got brother Timmy with me and brother Connor. How are we, boys?
Hey, good man. Yeah, very well, very well. Yeah.
Yeah? We've all had a good week?
Yeah, coming off a long weekend over here, so nice and relaxed. One away from the field, but made the most of it. Bit of hiking, bonfire last night, a few other bits and pieces. So
yeah, perfect.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, and we're coming off a long weekend, and just Gary, like said, just started getting back into like running again. That was sort of my biggest thing. So just trying to work on that fitness for the next event, but starting to put in a little bit more work now. Yeah.
I got the tick from the doctor, so I've had 3 sessions in the week, which is good. Just nice, light, easy weight sessions. And yeah, it's just good to be back. So I know where you're coming from. That it's nice to just ease in and do something a bit light, which is good.
I just stick to the cardio though. I don't do the weights.
You should do some weights, man.
Yeah, I'm not
built,
bro.
That's the thing.
A little bit.
If you do a little bit of weights, you will be built for weights.
Yeah, true. Okay. I'll make up for it.
Compound moves. That's all you need, mate. A barbell and some weights. That's all you need. It is exciting times in. So you didn't play last week, Timmy. You didn't play last week. You both had a long weekend. No. We're coming into a long weekend in New South Wales this weekend. Is it this weekend or next? Yeah, this weekend. So
it's usually the weekend after us. So yeah.
Yeah. So we're coming in. So which is exciting. I can't wait for a 3-day weekend. Which will be good. So unfortunately, the missus has to work, but I'll be out. So
the way it goes, right? I was going to say, mate, you take it for her.
Yeah. Exactly. Take one for the team.
Yeah.
I was actually going to go and pick up a paintball gun for the first time in, it'd almost be 3 months. So I'm going to do that this weekend and just do some drills. So that's where I will be at. Are you going to be hitting the pitch, Timmy?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, we'll be back out. We've got NXL coming up here June 20. Mm-hmm. There was some discussion today within like my guys about when the next SDK 1v1 will be on. Stevie's confirming some details on that, so I should have some news for us on that from next week.
Beautiful.
But I can say we're looking around late July.
Nice.
At this stage for that one. But yeah, no, we're getting back into the swing of it. So yeah, June 20 coming up. So that's one I can actually play.
Yes.
So yeah, I'll have event pages going up for that very shortly. So yeah, we'll definitely be out playing this weekend.
Yeah, cool. And what about yourself, Connie? You're going to get out and
hopefully, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, let's see if the expendable boys are still around. I'll see if I can do. Yeah. But my girlfriend's auntie is over this weekend from Oz, so I might be able to have to do the family things. But yeah, if there's a practice, I'll definitely try and get out to that.
Yeah, 100%. So speaking of a little bit of paintball news, everyone no doubt has seen the news. It was plastered all over Instagram and shared by just about every person in paintball. Shared the post that Tyler Harmon is no longer playing with the Dragon, mate. So 8 years.
Gone for a big move. Not something that personally I wouldn't have predicted.
No.
Yeah, I know Stevie said it himself. He had Tyler pegged as one of those ride or die sort of guys, but I don't know if you guys read it, but Mike Hinman had a really interesting post up that went through Pro Paintball.
Yep.
So they've revamped that whole website and whatnot, and it's great to see they've got Mike Hinman sort of like putting his 2 cents back in through that as well. So like we said about the last event, he gave his feedback on that, but he spoke a bit about Tyler's move. Sort of put a bit of an naysay about moving just for money.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's got a family, so that's going to be a huge part of it for him. But by all accounts, supposedly there was a bit of a conflict with one of the original 3 Dynasty members in Tyler.
Yeah.
So no extra details on that front. I mean, that's his own sort of shtick, but that's part of what precipitated the move. And also, it wasn't to replace Fedorov, which I must admit I kind of thought might have been the case just because of his visa issues. Yeah. But word has it he actually landed in the States over the weekend.
Oh, true.
So he back to full strength. Injuries notwithstanding that we don't know about.
Full strength plus one.
Yeah, always back together, and then you take Tyler on top of that.
Yeah,
they're going to be scary. They're going to be very, very scary. But I totally didn't see that one coming, to be honest. Like, no, especially talking with like a lot of the Expendables guys. Like, they've been talking with him heaps, and he was like one of the core Dynasty guys. It's going to be surprising. I think he's going to be one, especially if Fed is back in the States.
Yeah,
he's going to be hungry as hell for that win, because he's been out for so long.
Yep.
But then also, how does that affect like the Play the Game podcast? Like, that'll be a bit awkward if there's a bit of like a rift there.
No, they've said that'll go ahead as normal.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
That's cool. From what I saw, that there won't be any issues with that. They're still mates and so forth, and that's still going to be what it's going to be. I mean, that was the big thing they'd said about it, that they wanted it to be ongoing. They didn't want it to be like a lot of podcasts come up and people do it, and they get to like 10 or 15, and it's a big commitment. Like you boys know that, every week we sit down and do this, and Timmy, you've, like me, you haven't missed one. We've been here every week.
Yeah, it's us been the whole way through. So
and it is a big commitment, and it's about you got to be flexible with it too. Like, some weeks we'll do it one week and one day, and the other weeks we'll do it this day, and you just got to, it is what it is.
Well, and I think their post said it that now they'll have the feedback coming from 2 of the top pro teams.
Yeah,
which is true. I mean, it's going to make the next episode ridiculously listened to. I think everyone will be listening to it just for the DL and what happened.
Yeah, but, will they go into it though?
I think they'll have to touch on it. They'll have to touch on it.
I feel like you wouldn't talk about the drama stuff though, right?
No, and I think it'll be very positive. And look, I think it's very positive for Tyler, like for Ty, man, to do this, to go, like, he's played with them for 8 years. There's been a couple of little changes here and there, but it's predominantly been the same team for 8 years. Now he's got to go and feed him with another program and anher way of doing things.
It's also a very established team as well. Like, they haven't changed the Heat boys haven't changed their roster in
forever.
4 years.
Like, there's been a couple.
Yeah, it's been a good board, guys.
But so it is. It's going to be a learning curve, I guess, to learn a new way of doing things. They're obviously all mates, just like they all talk and hang out, and it was very positive from the Heat boys about welcoming him. I think it'll be a pretty positive spin on their podcast. Which I wouldn't expect anything less. Like, they're both professionals, man. They're not going to torch anyone.
Well, as I said, like, if what Himon said is right, and which I have every reason to believe it would be right.
Yep.
I dare say that whatever issues Tyler and whoever else might have had, I can guarantee it wouldn't have been the sole reason behind anything.
No.
That's the sort of shit that they'd normally work out. I dare say there's a bunch of issues in there. One of which is the fact that Tyler did move into being a full, proper professional paintballer in the last 12 and a bit months. And obviously then COVID hit. So that kiboshes all his chances for travel, to then make his extra money like Marcelo and Ryan do.
Yep.
So you probably find finances are biting a bit. I know they moved to Arizona because his wife got a good job in Arizona. But then he also stepped away from his business that he had and was trying to not have to go back to that and actually make something of the paintball.
Which
a paycheck from Sarge is definitely going to help the family out.
Yep. And look, positive things, like he's not going to have barrels break, I don't think. So
that was rough. It was like,
bro. It was
I mean, people I know, when they saw that, were like, "Oh man,"
yeah,
because that's a beautiful gun.
Like, they look nice, and look, it wasn't the only one to have that sort of issue. So, maybe that's something they're going to look at. But I think, look, for paintball, it's great. For Tyler, for his family, look, he's obviously done it. There's obviously been a reason, and like you said, Timmy, he is a professional. He stepped away from the pest control business. Personally, if it was me and like the options were going back to being a pestie or moving to another club, mate, I'd shift every day of the week.
Well, this is the thing. If this allows him the opportunity to obviously make the dollars, and it's not massive dollars as most people are aware, but if it's enough to give him a proper income, plus the extra bits that he will inevitably do through play the game and everything else he does, then lets him focus solely on paintball without having the stresses of everything else going on. Yeah.
Rock on.
Definitely. Yeah, go for it.
I think
it's just unusual that it's mid-season. Usually this sort of stuff would last out. But then obviously Heat were also in that position of underperforming the last couple of events.
Yep.
Todd stepping on board as a coach, and Todd would have been going, right, we need to do X, Y, and Z.
Where are we missing? Where are we missing in our depth? How can we fix it? How can we plug that hole? This is a perfect fit.
What opportunities are there to pick up someone?
Yeah, that's it. And there's obviously been a murmuring, and then comes down to sales. Then who can?
Well, I think it was in the post that Tampa tried to pick him up in the off season.
Jason Edwards said that they approached him in the off season, and he knocked them back. So and they do have some financial backing these days.
Yep.
I think that they're not back to 100% what they used to have back like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But I believe they've got some reasonable backing there.
Yeah.
So it's just. So I don't think the dollars are the be all end all of this. I think that's part of the makeup. Same with personal issues would be part of it, and opportunity for different things will be a big part of it as well.
Yep. And being able to learn, always, they're at that level because they want to constantly learn, adapt, and grow. And there's obviously there is a huge opportunity there. So, it's very cool. Very cool. So, be interesting to see. Can't wait for the next event. So
very much. The bigger thing though is that I think it was Will McDonald started a GoFundMe page for beer.
For beer.
A new lighter, spelling lessons, and what else was something? It was great though. That was just some gold. Yeah.
I know there's plenty of people that see beer as entertainment. Jamie and Mike are two of the big ones, but he's a nice guy in person. But my patience for bear and his shenanigans are very limited. It's not my normal sort of shtick. So I saw Bear was harping on about something, but this was after all the news had come out. I was like, oh, cool. I don't need to watch that.
Yeah. Well, he was the first one that broke it, which was interesting.
Was he?
Yeah. I was like, is he talking shit? Is he not talking shit? And then, blows up.
Did
For a man that talks a lot of shit, he doesn't talk a lot of shit, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
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 Sure.
But yes, Will McDonald does have a GoFundMe going for to send Bear back to primary school to learn his ABCs, and we're going to teach him how to use a lighter as well. So if he wants to mess around with a cigar, he can actually light it.
Right. So for that, go to Will McDonald's Facebook page, look it up, make a donation, and do us all a favour.
Yeah. So, I think the link is buy me a coffee / Eski.
I think it was actually, yeah.
Oh, damn.
Seamless transition. That was good.
Perfect. I didn't have them ready. While we're talking about that, let's do it.
Come on.
This is good.
This is your buy me a coffee spot.
First prize is one HK Army t-shirt. Second prize this month is 2 Virtue t-shirts. But winner can have a choice of 2, and then whoever comes second will get whatever's left over. So all the W's, buymeacoffee.com/Eski couch. You can't enter anymore, Connor. So
okay. Sorry.
Anyway, in other things, there was the big event at Action Paintball on the weekend. For the first time in a little while, I wasn't there, which was interesting. However, Total War was played and won, and the SASR did get the win. Now, I'm not saying I played a big part, but just last one I played, the UEF did win. Okay, I'm just putting that out there. Okay, so
general leads from the front, mate.
Yeah, seems legit.
Yeah. Thanks, boys. I appreciate the support. I was talking with Esteban, who plays on one of our AMS teams. He was out there, and he did say that the old man just had a blinder and locked everyone down on the side. I neglected to point out to him that old man shoots a mechanical and he was playing with a Lux, so there's no excuse, but I'll say that. Oh man, they can't play with MagFed anymore in New South Wales, can they? So,
oh really? Can they not?
Yeah, it had stopped. Like they've been canned again. So, yeah. So don't buy a MagFed if you're in New South Wales just yet. Check out paintballshop.com for all the up-to-date information. But last I saw, they were still canned.
I did see something like someone shared a meme about New South Wales Firearms Registry, and I'm like, okay, I thought you guys had pretty schmicko, pretty cool rules as far as paintball was going.
Yeah. Apparently, like they were there, and then I'll just quickly jump on and just have a quick look now. EMF, just because they were there, and then they went.
Too much for the appearance thing. I suppose it would blur that line because of you guys aren't allowed gel blasters, are you?
No, not at all. So because of that lookalike laws.
So it'll come back to that same sort of thing, unfortunately, which does suck. But
man, it is what it is. They were approved in their current format, like from the factory in that format. But obviously, you buy a gun like that, you're not going to keep it looking like an EMEC with it.
You want to customize it.
You get the bushball lads, like if they're anything like the boys over here in WA, they will go to the nines if they can.
Bro, you should see
if anyone in Oz is like anyone in NZ, man, we customize everything.
Like
our guys go hard.
The last Total War, like it looked like the SAS had rolled up, like they were just like some of them were just unbelievable, like Matt Harvey, he plays, like his name's Reaper, he plays as, mate, he's just one of the nicest looking ones. Donovan Newton, he had one little stumpy barrel on the end, looked pretty sweet as well, like they just did some great things with it. But unfortunately, the wonderful guys at New South Wales Firearms decided that was not good enough. So which is interesting. So, so
that
event
looked cool.
There was some photos kicking around.
Cool.
They are good fun.
Action Paintball's Facebook page, they do have photos up.
Yeah,
so you can go definitely scope them out and see what you missed out on.
Another one who's been putting a few up is, I'll just get his actual page. Is Sean YAM71. He's put up, he shared a couple, and one of the other guys, Esteban, shared a couple of photos that he'd taken. So there are some good photos getting around. It is a great event. If you haven't played a Total War, like I'm a big ambassador for it. I love the Total Wars, and they are good fun. Especially, if you've got something like an LV1 or an LV1 or an Ego 11 that'll shoot, stupid rates of fire. Good fun. I know Wade's got a DM, like a DM7 that, it rolls out, 30 balls a second with a rotor, it's just crazy. There was one at the old field. Wade was cutting foliage out of trees with his gun, like it was just, it was crazy, creating a spot for people to shoot through. It was crazy. So that one's been one and done, SASR. So it's one apiece for the year now. So it's all tied up, and I can't remember when the next one is, but the guys at Action will make a bit of a noise when the next one's coming up. So make sure if you haven't played a Total War, you do get out there and do it. Register on the UEF, and you'll have a fun day. I should be at the next one, which will be exciting.
That'd be good. Get them one.
Can't wait. Righto. Any other news?
I think that was it, man. It was a pretty quiet week. At least quiet over here. Big on the new ones, but
there
was the date change for Super Sevens.
Oh yes, they have. So all they've done is they've rolled with the same format as round one. So semi-pro, and put the pro weekend first. Kind of gets to play paintball on his birthday.
I do. Hopefully a good day.
Exciting.
Hopefully so is it? I was going to say, is it the Sunday your birthday, or is it?
Yeah, it's the Sunday. Yeah.
Oh, that'll be a nice present, or a shitty way to celebrate your birthday.
Yeah.
Let's hope. Yeah. But yeah,
actually,
some more semi-pro teams, man. It'll be cool to get a full 2-day event.
Yeah. Look, and that's it. Like if you are a semi-pro team that doesn't play sevens, make the effort, get up there and play up there. You will have a good time. 12.5 BPS, always better than 10.5. So it's worth the trip up from Victoria. Yeah, it's always nice.
I love my 10.5.
Do you?
Yeah, I quite like 10.5 and 12. Like 10.5 and 12.5 are quite nice. Yeah. Enjoying that. Yep.
I've just gotten used to the slow rates so far over the years. So the slower rates fire means if I'm shooting you and I can hit you on breakout at 10.5,
I'll get you on 15.
Then, there is that part of it, but it's more just there's a bit more. You've got to be. It's a bit more unforgiving on your break shots.
Yeah, 100%. So
and look,
I do agree with that as well. That it is, you've got bigger gaps in the lane. It does make it a little bit more exciting. 15 does sound cool when you've got, 10 guns all blazing 15 balls a second. It's pretty hectic. So if you haven't played a Super Sevens, get together. If you have played one, come back. Get Connor a 2-day event. It's a long way for him to travel. A long way for him to travel from New Zealand for 1 day of paintball.
Realistically, like up until this year, that's always been sold out. It's a great chance to get your foot in the door, establish yourself with your spot, and then your choice is what you go to from there.
Even if you're an AMS team and you've been playing AMS for a little while, now might be the time to take the step up.
Drop the sandbag off.
Yeah, well, not even that. Just get up there and expand your playing.
You will get better. Every single person here will agree. 100%. You step up into that division from AMS, you will get better, and you will get better a lot quicker than what you would if you stuck around in AMS.
Exactly. Playing in the kiddie division.
Go play with the better people, and you will get yourself better. And then you might surprise yourself.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, you will surprise yourself. You definitely will. Like, even like you look at Avalanche, they've been going around playing events. Like they've been playing NXL, which has like NXL Div 2 against the Asylum teams, CBR Mafia. Like they're 3 teams that can put it together, and they've come away and won AMS. Playing better people does get you better. They've put in the work as well, and shout out to those guys. But you can't help but get better when you're playing better teams. So it's natural. So it is good. So that is the tip. Get in there, get better, play better teams, step up to semi-pro at Super Sevens, and make it a 2-day event for Connor.
Yeah.
There you go. All right.
Do good.
All up for Connor.
That's it. All for Connor. That's it. All good. All right. So we'll leave it there. We'll keep it short and sweet because the news that did break about Tyler Harmon did sort of take over the paintball world. And I think anything else that came out got lost in the amount of sharing and commenting on what occurred,
that really blew up. Yeah, that was quite fun.
Man, I was leaving Brisbane when that come in, and I've gone to Instagram. I'm like, oh shit, that's a bit surprising. And then messages and phones and like it was just nuts for the next couple of hours. And there was just it was unbelievable. So it did take the paintball world by storm. And I can't wait for the next event to see what they do. So
it's only a few more weeks away. There will be a layout dropping in 2 weeks' time.
2 weeks, I
think so. Because I know they play the weekend, the 27th, 26th, 27th, 28th.
Yep, which would be good.
Yeah.
So it's going to be good. It's going to be exciting. Can't wait for it. All good. All right. Well, we'll leave it there. Eski Couch is done. Jump on buymeacoffee.com/Eski Couch. Shout us coffee, go into draw to win some T-shirts. And we're all good to go. Righto. Done.
Sweet. We'll see you all next week.
We forgot about the anchor. So
he's still in Queensland.
Sucks to be him. Although it was pretty nice.
No, I was going to say it's better than Kai stuck in Victoria with all their fun.
Outside. Yeah, lockdown. He couldn't even get into Zoom, mate. So
he actually flicked us a message while we're going. He's looking after the wee man. So priorities.
We'll accept that excuse. So
This time.
No, you can have it.
And we'll have proper anchor stories next week. We'll make sure we get something.
That's it. That's it. All good. Righto. we're done. Right. Thanks, Timmy. Thanks, Connor. And we'll see you all next week on the next installment of the Eski Couch. Right. Cheers.
Cheers, Joe.
Catch up.
Powering off.